Hi, Harry. Great to see you. Today we're going to learn one of the most elegant tricks in JavaScript. Imagine this. Instead of taking things out of a suitcase one by one, you open it, and everything magically flies to its proper shelf. Sounds like magic? That's exactly what destructuring is.
Destruct? What? That sounds kind of destructive.
I know, the name sounds scary, but in reality, destructuring is the opposite. It's neat and careful unpacking. Imagine you've got a box with 3 items, a sandwich, a book, and an apple. Instead of pulling them out one at a time, you say, put the sandwich here, the book there, and the apple on the plate. It all happens in one move, and everything ends up where it belongs.
Whoa. So I can just spread out values into variables right away.
Exactly. It's like getting a letter with 3 tickets. One for a train, one for a concert, and one for the movies. Instead of holding the letter and rereading it every time, you say, train ticket, into my wallet, concert ticket, in the drawer, movie ticket, give it to my girlfriend. And all 3 tickets instantly land in their places.
Can I do this with any array?
Yes, especially if you know how many items it has and what order they're in. Destructuring is a command. Place everything exactly where I say.
What if I only need the first item? I don't care about the others.
Then just grab what you need. You can say, I only want the key to the apartment, and JavaScript will leave the rest in the box untouched.
Cool.
Or imagine our array is a train full of cars. Instead of accessing each car by its number, its index, you can just uncouple the first few cars and give each its own name.
So I can pull out the first few passengers from the train and name each one?
Exactly. Destructuring lets you take values from an array in order and assign them to variables with names you choose.
What if I want the first and third items but skip the second?
Sure. That's like saying, first item on the table. Second, skip it. Third, into the bag. JavaScript understands that perfectly.
Awesome. And what happens if the array has fewer items than I expected?
Then the variables you asked for but didn't get values for will be empty or, technically, undefined. It's like asking for 3 things from a box that only holds 2. The third one ends up blank.
Got it. So destructuring is like magical unpacking. I can tell where everything should go, and it just lands there?
Exactly. And it's tidy and readable. You don't have to dig through the array. Everything's right where you want it.
So destructuring is a clever way to extract elements from an array, give them names, and even gather leftovers into a new array? That's both handy and impressive.
Absolutely, Harry. It makes your code cleaner and helps you work more comfortably with arrays, especially when you know the order of things. Now let's look at a few more magical unpacking examples and what else this trick can do. All right, Harry, now that you've learned how to unpack things neatly, let's look at a few real-life situations where destructuring makes everything easier.
I'm all ears.
Imagine your friend sends you a message with 3 bits of information, the time, the place, and what to bring to the party, with destructuring. It's like catching all 3 notes midair and placing them directly on the fridge, the calendar, and in your backpack, without even touching the envelope.
So it's about skipping unnecessary steps?
Exactly. Without destructuring, you'd be digging into the envelope every time. Wait, what time is it again? Or, oh no, what was I supposed to bring? With destructuring, one glance and everything is already sorted.
That's handy. But what if the message has an extra bit of information I don't really need?
Then just leave it. Destructuring is polite and non-intrusive. It won't hand you anything unless you ask for it.
And what if I want to save the remaining items for later?
Then you can gather those leftovers. Destructuring can scoop up the rest of the elements into a separate bundle, like sweeping up everything that didn't get a name and setting it aside. It's useful when you need to deal with a few things now and leave the rest for later.
So I can take the first 2 items and group the rest together?
Exactly. It's like unpacking a suitcase, grabbing your shoes and cap, and tossing everything else into a side bag, without even looking at it for now.
I like that. It feels like I'm fully in control.
That's what it gives you, precision. And the best part? Destructuring doesn't just work when you're unpacking. It works when passing things too.
Wait, what do you mean?
Imagine you're helping a friend plan a trip. They send you a list of what they're bringing, and you only need the second item. Let's say a flashlight. Instead of asking, hey, what was item number 2? You destructure right away as the info arrives. One move, and it goes straight into your emergency kit list.
So destructuring works even in communication between parts of a program?
Exactly. It's like an assistant who not only organizes your things, but also hands over just what's needed to whoever asks, without bothering you about the rest.
Sounds like a very efficient assistant.
And a polite one, too. If something's missing or doesn't show up, no panic. It just quietly says, that item, I couldn't find it. That's the undefined we talked about earlier.
I'm beginning to see that destructuring isn't just about convenience. It's a mindset.
Yes, a mindset of clarity. Knowing what matters right now and what can wait. Giving things names the moment they arrive.
And staying tidy while doing it.
Exactly. And next, we'll see how destructuring can be used with functions, loops, and even default values to make your life as a developer even easier.
Yeah, this is definitely helpful. It can really simplify things and make code cleaner, shorter, and easier to read when used right. What's next, James?
All right, Harry, let's sum it all up.
Okay, James. I think I've got it all now. Destructuring is like saying, I know exactly what I need and where I want it to go. Just the way JavaScript likes it, clear and without chaos.
Perfect summary, Harry. It's like carefully choosing your tools before starting a project. No mess, just precision.
And I like that it lets me skip what I don't need, or collect the leftovers for later if I want to. It feels logical and flexible.
That's a great way to put it. Destructuring is both precise and flexible, like a helpful assistant who listens to your instructions and organizes everything just the way you asked.
I really get it now.
And once you start using it more often, you'll notice your thinking starts to shift. You'll focus on what matters and ignore what doesn't, in your code and in your workflow.
Are there other places where destructuring helps that we haven't talked about?
Yes. For example, when working with functions.
Functions.
Imagine a function that gives you weather data, temperature, humidity, wind speed, and more. Instead of writing something awkward like data.temperature every time, you can destructure the temperature right when the function returns the object.
So I just say, give me the temperature and wind speed, and ignore the rest?
Exactly. And when defining functions, you can also destructure the parameters. So instead of passing a whole object and picking apart its properties one by one, the function just says, give me the name and email. That's all I need.
So destructuring can happen both when receiving and when giving?
Beautifully said, Harry. Yes, both when you're receiving data and preparing to use it. It saves time, reduces clutter, and makes your intentions crystal clear.
Are there any hidden tricks with destructuring?
Well, one neat bonus. You could even assign default values. Say you're unpacking a box and not sure there's a sandwich inside. You can say, if there's no sandwich, just give me a cookie instead. In JavaScript, that means, if this value is missing, use this other one.
Clever. So I don't have to worry about undefined values causing problems?
Exactly. Destructuring makes your code more resilient. It's like packing a raincoat, just in case, even if the forecast looks clear.
This is starting to sound less like a trick and more like a philosophy.
That's because it is. Destructuring encourages clarity, simplicity, and thoughtful intent. It's not about doing things quickly. It's about doing them right.
I really enjoyed learning this. I feel like it's one of those things I'll use again and again. Not just because it's cool, but because it makes me feel like I actually know what I'm doing.
And that's the best kind of learning, Harry. When a concept gives you both confidence and control, you know it's worth keeping.
Thank you, James. This wasn't just technical. It was actually kind of inspiring.
It's always inspiring when we find tools that make us better, not just as developers, but as thinkers.
So, what's next?
We'll see. But for now, You've got another magical skill in your toolkit. And with destructuring by your side, arrays don't stand a chance.
Then I'm ready. Let's keep building.